Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Daegu, South Korea. We are going beyond Seoul. I know not many people get beyond Gyeonggi-do when they come to Korea, but I can highly recommend it. So today I'm going to be taking you on a tour of an underground mall at Panodong, which is one of the most busy, it is the busiest interchange, public transit interchange in Daegu. And it's got this massive underground shopping mall with lots of really fascinating things. So as you have questions, just pop them in the comments. If you're watching this as a recording, then, pop those in the actual comments instead of the live chat, and I will eventually get around to answering them. So let's go ahead and get started with our tour. Okay. So start walking. Okay.
Morning.
Good morning, Susan. Let me know if you can hear us. We're trying a whole bunch of new things today. We're experimenting with restreaming software so we can stream to different platforms, and we've got a new microphone, Dead Cat, and Lavalier, and we're trying to see how many things we can fail at once. So here is Panodong Shopping District, and there's a lot of different kinds of stores down here. In this particular area, it's a lot of shoes and clothing. A lot of people come here for bargain shopping. There's also a lot of beauty places down here. Like here on our left, we have Nail Blossom, which I was commenting yesterday sounds like a fungus, actually. More.
Susan said she can hear you.
Yay, wonderful. Yeah, to me, Nail Blossom sounds more like a fungus than a good thing. What do you think, Susan? Nail Blossom, yay or nay, as the name for a nail salon? Of course, sunglasses are very important here, especially in the summer, but even in the winter, it's bright. Over here, we have what's supposed to be a kind of natural, non-antibiotic store on the right, where you can get your eggs where the chickens live in a more natural way, and the eggs are better quality.
It's a self-service store, too.
Yeah, oh, right, it's a self-service store, you're right. Yeah, so for those who don't know, in Korea, they actually have these self-service stores. So they've got cameras everywhere. They're not worried about people stealing anything because they'll find you with their facial recognition. And basically, you help yourself and you check yourself out. So stores are increasingly going this way here.
Here's the price of eggs.
Yeah, here's the price of eggs. This is 30 eggs, by the way. 6,900 won is about $5.
Yeah.
$5 for 30 eggs. Apparently non-antibiotic, and HACCP, HACCP, basically means a better lifestyle for the chickens. Not as good as welfare eggs, which in turn are not quite animal welfare eggs, which means free range and whatnot, which in turn is not quite as good as organic. This is a red ginseng store. So red ginseng in Eastern medicine is highly potent. Basically, it's considered to be a sort of panacea, and you can get it as a tea, you can get it in candied form, you can get it in candied form, in powder, as a protein drink. Red ginseng, in fairness, it is a root, and it does certainly have a lot of active ingredients. So it is not all hocus pocus, as some of you might think. Yeah, welcome. Welcome everyone to Daegu. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, we're taking a walk through this underground shopping area, and I'm going to show you the kind of stores that they have around here. Daegu is a city in the far south of Korea, South Korea. So here we have bedding on the right. Yes?
Susan asked if they have organic in Korea.
They do. Korea has its own organic label, and it is highly regulated. I haven't been able to really delve as deeply to see how it compares to other countries' organic regulations. But the animal welfare eggs that we've gotten have really nice orange yolks and taste really, really good. So don't forget to sweep left and right. Here you can see some of the more stylish upper end styles anyway, but it is not an expensive clothing store. So boutique look, not at boutique prices, shall we say. And a lot of these places, we often wonder how they stay open, because the further you get from the metro stop, the less traffic you actually get here. So this is a secondhand place here. And it might even be a pop-up store. See there, that I saw them last night setting up. They've got these bales of bales of clothing. Yep.
But to let everybody know that with the new program that we're using, the comments come in kind of slow. I think here, hold this.
Yeah. Yeah. So just so everyone knows, there is a slight delay in the comments, so I'm not ignoring you. It's just that it takes a little time for them to show up between when you make them. That's normal, actually. Yeah.
No, I mean, it's even more.
Oh, okay. So it's even more delayed than normal,
I
apparently.
think that she has the organic food here.
Oh, right. Something popular here in Korea. These actually for promoting healing of joints and I mean soft tissue, bones. So yeah, it's also good for anti-inflammatory stuff. Yeah, exactly. Case on a healing shop. And you can actually buy these things. They're actually making them now in this really pretty wood with traditional Korean stylings. Yep. So we're coming to, it's called Metro Plaza. And here are a host of arts and crafts cafes, which have become very popular here in Korea. They offer an opportunity for people to do a bunch of creative, well, crafts. So for instance here, so they're basically workshops, and what you see in the window are all examples of things they make for sale, but also will teach you to make. Yeah, not the clothing. Yeah, I thought everyone would be open by now. So that's a tip if you're traveling in Korea. Stores don't generally open before 10, and a lot of them don't even open until noon because they're open later. So in the evening, so they open up later in the morning.
It's only 11:20.
It's only 11:20 a.m. our time. Well, it's 11:20 a.m. our time. Oof, smell that fresh paint. Delight. There's so many nail places here. Men are also very, very fastidious about their grooming here. So those nail places do not just cater to women. They make handmade things that you can buy. So, you know, Korea is. Oh, 감사합니다. Yeah, so you can buy all these neat handmade items. And of course, handmade items are not inexpensive here. This is a developed country with a very developed economy. So people actually earn a living wage here. If you want inexpensive handmade things, you have to go to places like Thailand and Vietnam and Cambodia, where the exchange rates still and the amount of dollars that we earn in dollars and euros and pounds that we earn in the West actually makes a difference in how much things cost to us. It's an artificial effect. So this is a strange everything shop. They've got some traditional Korean furniture. They've got some Chinese, yeah, this is a Chinese set for certain, Chinese tea set. They've got some Chinese, you know, antiques. They've got, it's like I don't know, I think it's a secondhand store actually is what it comes down to, because look at what's inside. Yeah, I think it's just a straight up secondhand store. This is definitely not the fashionable part of Daegu, shall we say. The fashionable part is above ground, is Hyundai department store, is Shinsegae department store, which I think is currently the one here in Daegu. I think I read is the largest department store in the world currently.
I believe it.
Yeah. Yeah, Shinsegae is scary. I get hives when I go in there because I feel like it's going to eat me.
This small, probably. I haven't seen embroidered number two on one side and then the other.
Okay, but
Because we have to walk back.
right. Okay, yeah. So we're going down one side and then the other. Let me get ahead. In this one, no, I haven't seen any. So here is a ceramic hand painting experience. They're sort of open. The lights are on anyway. But it's a gallery, but I think they also you can paint your own. But you can also buy these pieces. Paint your own ceramic is very popular in Korea right now. A coin and currency collection place. Yeah, bead store, but also I think you can commission your own jewelry here. You can make your own. Did you look into it?
Yeah.
Okay. Another handmade stuff store. They have a lot of really cute things here. Yeah, aprons and tea. I do like a good teapot cozy. Over here we have this place called Multi House, and I'm still not certain exactly what it is. Yeah, I don't know what they do or sell or make really. This place. So here we have an example of hanji. This is the Korean paper furniture. I'm trying to think, cardboard paper art, but literally they make furniture out of it. It's a historic technique. So this, it's made of paper, but it's not. It's like wood, right? Is what it comes down to. Put together with layers of adhesive, and then it's painted. So apparently you can make it here. They actually do workshops. Did you show the workshop area? They actually do workshops, but you can also buy the beautiful pieces that they have. And basically anything that you can make out of wood or even ceramic, they make out of hanji. So yeah, it's a really beautiful craft. We think this is a fortune teller. Yeah. Shamanism and fortune telling is still a going concern in a lot of parts of Korea. It's funny. I think it's probably dying out amongst the younger generations, but they still enjoy getting their fortunes from the zodiac fortune machines. Yeah, there's a lot of like what I would maybe you might refer to as a cottage industry kind of workshop like this, where they build like serious things. This is a serious machinist workshop. They build, I think this place probably builds signs like the illuminated kind of signs. And you see that is still a method of production here, where you have local craftsmen making very, very technologically advanced and refined things, but in these small workshops.
Not a lot right here.
Yeah, everything is still closed right here. So we'll proceed a little further. Yeah, so yeah. So this is a map of just this central corridor part, excluding where we started. I think that's us right there. Yeah. And all of these, so if we look at this map, we're under the street, literally, like the street is right above us. And these are all exits that come out onto the sidewalk. So in crappy weather, whether it's too hot, too cold, raining, storming, whatever, it's really possible to actually walk underground to get places for vast parts of your walk. You don't even have to go on the surface. For the most part, in downtown Daegu, downtown Seoul, downtown Busan, because there's so many of these underground complexes, and a lot of them interconnect, or you only have to be above ground for a brief part of it. Let's more tarot fortune telling place as was.
But they did see that it was going out of business.
No, apparently they did not, or maybe they did, and that's why they folded. Another boutique shop. You can get an idea of the kinds of clothes that everything are pretty high. In Korean aesthetics historically, that's why the jogari are like this, right? It's the collarbones and the neck and the shoulders are considered to be very tantalizing. So a lot of Korean clothes, come right up to the neck, but by the same token, they have no problem wearing mini skirts and short shorts. Yeah, a lot of beauty shops. Yeah, so they actually, Korea is, wow, got very loud down here. It got very, very funny. Said it got loud down here. Oh, 감사합니다. Yeah, so here's this this is a kind of a restaurant that has things made out of tendang, different kinds of rice dishes. So they've got bibimbap, they've got bibimbapguksu, all made out of traditional fermented soybean paste. Here's another eatery, a more old school style. Also bibimbap, bop, and apparently you can just buy straight up buy banchan here. So probably this might actually be a banchan restaurant actually. A lot of Koreans don't make their own banchan anymore because it's too much work. my my Korean friends say. So there are places where you can go to buy your banchan, your Korean side dishes, and then they keep, they buy 5 or 6 of them and keep them in their fridge at home and eat off of that throughout the week. But yeah, making banchan is generally labor intensive. Here's a kimbap place, also with soup. Do you want to show them the menu? Yeah. Remember, people love food. Yeah. It's amazing how delicious Korean food always goes. Of course, bibimbap is a dish that many of you have probably had at some point if you've ever had Korean food. Sort of
$4.
Yeah, so the bibimbap, that was about $4 for a bowl of bibimbap. Bibimbap is rice, steamed rice on the bottom with an arrangement of beautiful different vegetables that the banchan we were talking about, sometimes with eggs, sometimes with meat. And, you can put sesame oil on it or gochujang, the fermented pepper paste, and then you mix it all up and make it ugly. More banchan. So you can see this is probably another banchan store. You can get all of these. Or make your own, make your boribap. So this place actually, boribap, that's barley. So they do bibimbap here it's not a bibimbap, it's not a banchan shop, it's a bibimbap store. So you can actually make, have your bibimbap not with rice, so not bap, but boribap, barley rice. Of course, barley rice is barley, so we don't really, it's technically not rice, I guess, but still. They treat it like rice, so they call it barley rice.
There's always lots of seating in these places.
So,
lots of seating.
Oh, seating, yeah. These seats are a little weird. I'm not convinced about them. At least they're flat, I guess. But you'll notice plenty of places to just sit and relax. Over here we have another gallery cafe. So this is actually an art gallery, basically, where I'm pretty certain you can buy the pieces. So I'll give you a example. This is traditional Korean watercolor. And I love this style of art so much. And if you ever watch them doing it, they produce this stuff so quickly. It really is, it's almost as unartificial as art can be because of the speed with which it's prepared and sort of, there's no pre-drawing done, there's no underdrawing, it's just painted out. And I particularly love this style myself. So apparently you can have a hot beverage here and enjoy the atmosphere of the art. You can look into the shop here, look through the window, which was cleaned with a dirty rag, and see, all that beautiful art. Yeah. Oh yeah, so here, this is traditional folk painting. They're actually doing a class. Wow, you need to send me the pictures. So this is Minwash, if you is what is translated as Korean folk painting, but I think that's a terrible misinterpretation of what it is. Style of art so much, and I learn to do this. It's called. We are going to come and do this. We're not just, we just found it yesterday. Okay, so it's called Korean folk art because it's a contrast to the court style painting of the very, very stiff and formal court painting of the Joseon court, right? So that's why it's called folk painting. It's of the people. But the problem is that, of course, in the West, we have folk art, and that has a completely different connotation. Yeah. But I love that style of painting so much. We're going to learn to do it. I've done it a little bit, but not at that level. I just want to learn to paint that way. I also want to learn to paint in the old master style, but
it was nice to see that there was 4 people in there?
Yeah, there were at least 5 people in there. It was a full, it was a 5 people in that workshop, that painters. Yeah, hopefully. I have to reach out to. Oh yeah, so here is yet another.
And they're doing calligraphy.
Yeah, another art studio, and yeah, they're doing this, or a calligraphy studio specifically. So this is traditional Korean style calligraphy. And I also love it. It's done with paintbrushes instead of a quill or a reed. So it's a much more flexible, much less controllable, much more wild instrument, which is why Korean calligraphy looks the way it does. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, which is why it's so much impressive when it is controlled, but also why it's hard to read. Okay. So more of these crafting shops where you can come and create different things. They have workshops here. I think this one is probably more aimed at a younger crowd. Another, yeah, same part of the same shop. Got that giant printer back there. Yeah, they can make signs.
Trash in the.
We're hoping anyway, that's what that means.
You can come in around this.
Apparently, if you would like to open your own shop here, this seems to be the creative cafe end. And that makes sense because, you know, there's not going to be a lot of traffic for shopping down here.
But you'll see as we get closer that the increase.
Yep. Well, back to multi-house. Yeah. Yep. So if you have any questions about traveling in and around Korea, just let me know. This is actually, this metro shopping complex is called that because it connects with one of the most major interchange of metro lines here in Daegu, the line 1 and line 2, as they're called in the most original terms. And you know, that's because in most of all of the major cities in Korea, they have metro systems. Seoul, Busan, Daegu, Daejeon, Pohang or Ulsan. I forget. There's another. Hmm? No, I already said Busan. Ulsan. Ulsan might. I think it's more. There's one more because there's an app. There's a subway app, and we highly recommend you get that if you're coming to Korea. And you can actually choose from the central app, load up the various cities' metros, and use it to actually plot your point-to-point transit. I have a video on the subway app. It's a wonderful, wonderful tool. Strange little melons. Yeah. Greens bagged up and ready to go, probably freshly harvested this morning. Oh, Handsome, come back. I'm going to show them the screens. These are yummy. I don't know what they are called, but they are delicious. Yep. If you know what those are called, please let me know. They're one of my favorite bibimbap things. There are so many green, weedy things that they eat in Korea that you wouldn't think of doing in the West. Ooh, and look, this is Korean preserves tea. So various things have been preserved, you know, roots and fruit skin rinds and whatnot are preserved with traditionally it would have been honey, but that's probably more like oligosaccharides, but it could be a sugar mixture. It could be honey. It should be. It probably isn't. But you don't drink that wholesale. You use that as the basis for a hot tea that you dilute with hot water. And it's supposed to be, of course, very health-giving because the roots and the fruit rinds that are used to make it contain a lot of active ingredients, which they do, except that when you boil in a sugar solution, it destroys a lot of it. But let's not get into that. Oh, this is a travel agent, apparently. Where are you? There you are. Yeah. Port studio. Pictures are a very important aspect of Korean life. In medieval Korean philosophy and ancient Korean philosophy, there's the underlying ethos is that how you look on the outside reflects how you are on the inside. So. Show it. There's a place. Yeah, if you're in Korea and you ever break your backpack or break your suitcase while traveling, it will be no problem to procure a replacement. Right. So this metro center is certainly not a new one. um, these two lines have been in Daegu for 20 or 30 years at this point, maybe 40 even. And it is showing its wear. It could certainly use a little bit of an overhaul, but for all that, it still retains its authenticity. Hats are immensely popular. These are sun hats. People use these for, especially when they're gardening or they're golfing, because, you know, Korean women are still striving for porcelain white skin. And so they actually have masks that they wear to protect their skin from the sun, not because of disease. They also have masks against sickness, but I really like this skirt a lot. This polka dot skirt. I think it's super cute. I like that shirt too.
So I come back and buy it for her?
my condottiero asks if he should come back and buy it for me. Let us know in the comments. Cheap plug for engagement. More clothes. And I expect maybe those were naturally dyed. Aroma body. I often wonder how on earth so many, because these underground shopping complexes are everywhere in Korea. And I just don't understand how they all manage to earn enough money to stay open. I don't understand. There's too much for sale. There's more for sale than there are people to buy the things for sale. Gloves, of course, are also these are also intended to help keep the sun off of your hands and whatnot. In many cases. Oh, these are some of the sun masks, actually. Yeah. So this is examples of sun masks. See, they're even fashionable. They protect your décolleté and neck, your face. They're not meant to keep out bad air. They're just meant to keep your skin gleaming white. So many shops with so many things. Hair loss is something that is addressed here in Korea, men and women, and of course there are plenty of clinics to offer solutions for it. Now, how long-term those solutions are? The face masks, I feel suffocated when I wear the sun ones. I don't mind wearing a mask for illness, but I've tried the masks for the sun, and I prefer to carry a parasol and wear a sun hat, honestly. Yeah, pretty parasol. Oh, pet store, pet clothing, because of course Koreans love to accessorize their animals. Oh, did we already pass? We already went by the handmade shop that had the little, we didn't show the cute onesies that the handmade shop had for pets. Yeah.
Some of these might fit kids.
Yeah, some of them might fit children. I'm pretty certain these are aimed at dogs, but oh yeah, I can absolutely see what my cat would do. What our cats would do with this. Nope, that would be a fast way for our cats to abandon us forever. Our cats do not respond well to clothes.
I put it in.
That's right. Why did your cat leave you? I tried to dress it up. Oh. 네. 감사합니다. No, 괜찮아. 감사합니다. Yeah. Welcome to the Korean photograph culture. Yes, people ask to take their picture with me all the time. Okay, jewelry shop. So gold, right? So it's a gold shop. Let's actually talk about gold. So historically in Korea and everywhere in the world, it used to be that children didn't live very long after birth. They died pretty frequently, pretty young. And so at the 100-day mark, there's a big celebration if the baby has survived that long. And so historically, you would actually give gold to the family. You would buy gold for the child on that day. And then that gold would sit and become basically part of their nest egg for the rest of their life. And so that's why there are so many gold shops here with gold jewelry. It's not about so many people wearing so much gold. It's because that was actually, historically part of the celebration of life, of survival. It's a tradition, though, that still does persist to this day, even though children are no longer dying with the frequency with which they used to. No, we'll go around. Yeah, Tony Moly is a medium end skincare line. Yeah. Bags, belts, so many different skincare stores. Gold right now is a very trendy active in anti-aging products. Of course, cosmetics are immensely popular here, and it's disturbing to see that they have a whole line of children's cosmetics. Jesus.
Skip over that so we don't get banned on it.
Yeah, right. Yes. Talk about sexualizing your children. Oh, here's another vintage shop. Supposedly, of course, I think vintage is unfortunately just now become the term for secondhand that costs more than secondhand should. And that applies here as well. Ooh, fried chicken. Of course, Koreans have taken fried chicken to the next level. They took the idea from us and have turned it into a whole, yeah, they've improved it. And with all kinds of sauces, and it's crispier and it's moister. They've also taken coffee, the Starbucks style coffee, to also another level, whereby I think also the diabetes is on the rise. More fried chicken, all kinds. Check that out. Different flavors, different powders, different treatments. I think there were even some chicken feet there, actually. Dakbal. Paris baguette for your Western style diabetes rush.
Right next to your underwear you'll no longer fit into.
Yeah, exactly. Right next to the underwear shop that will no longer fit you once you go to Paris baguette.
Sure, we're not going
Yeah. Oh, look at some of these. These are what, so, every country kind of has its own things. These are actually drinks, right? Yeah. So these are all different kinds of beverages in a bag, right? Most of them containing enough calories to get you through a workout. Here is a soup place, Guksu. More coffee. Again, I don't think Koreans understand what coffee means. They've definitely moved away. Technically coffee. There's coffee in it. Oh, kimbap, which of course is, yep, kimbap is super yummy, and it comes with things like tuna and vegetables and spam, because spam is totally a Korean thing. Fried dough. They've also fully adopted fried dough. This is tteokbokki. Yeah. Yeah, so spicy, chewy rice chewy rice dumplings in a spicy sweet sauce. Very popular street food. Students love to eat tteokbokki, but so do grown-ups. Again, Koreans have fully adopted the Western style sugar bombs. This is Castella bread, which is actually Portuguese. If you participated in our market walk last week, you got to see the premier Castella bread shop in Daegu, possibly in southern South Korea. That's true. I've never seen a Castella place in Seoul. Yeah. So this shop with all of these boxes inside of it is actually is a pharmacy. Yeah, it's very different feel to an American or even a European pharmacy. Also a pharmacy, more pharmacy. Again, I don't know how all of these places manage to stay in business.
There's another pharmacy.
Yeah, no, these are all pharmacies. It's just this is literally the pharmacy part of Panodong, right? It's so many pharmacies here, and yet they stay in business.
Privacies.
Yeah. More shopping. Yeah, lots and lots of sleepwear, underclothes.
And on our right, more pharmacies.
More pharmacies. So what's nice about these underground metro complexes all across Korea is they do have signs pointing to various exits and telling you what is at each exit, so you don't have to worry about exiting in the wrong spot or not knowing where you're exiting. So for instance, here to our right, Tonga is one of the big national department store chains. So here, if you want to go up into the Tonga department store, you just go up there and you enter basically, or you exit straight into the department store. And Korean department stores are not just clothes. They are also restaurants and cafes. People go and just socialize there. So in essence, I guess, department stores have become like an upper end version of what malls used to be in America, but really aren't anymore. Undergarments. This is the undergarment part of part of the metro. Also lots of socks. I will say that not as many younger people shop down here. The average age of shoppers down here tends to be a little higher, shall we say. Would you agree with that?
Generally,
Yeah.
it could also be the time of day.
Yeah, I suppose. We're not usually
The younger people might be we're in school.
in school. It's true.
Because it's only it's almost noon.
That's almost noon. That's true. It is almost noon on a school day, so they could be in several different places. So here you have traditional Korean style bedding, and by traditional I mean not historical, but more traditional. Yeah. So this is actually a sheet. It's a mattress pad, but also a sheet, the bottom sheet. So you actually put this on the mattress, and then it provides padding, and then you wash that. So they don't actually do fitted sheets here. That's a Western thing. And then of course you've got duvets, and you've got what?
They don't have to fold fitted sheets.
Oh, right. That means Koreans don't have to struggle with folding fitted sheets. My kondotero hates folding fitted sheets. I try to show him the technique and he never learns. Yeah, but you also have matching rugs and bedspreads and duvets, which, you know, Sweden did not invent the duvet. IKEA did not invent the duvet. It could be a question of parallel development. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so these are more traditional Korean style pillows. They generally have buckwheat in them. Is the traditional thing. You can actually put them in the microwave and heat them up. I wouldn't do that, but you can. It feels really nice. So you've got more neck support than you get from a typical Western pillow. Yep. And then of course you have floor cushions. These are meant for sitting on the ground because traditionally Korea is a floor sitting place, even though that's dying as more and more people study in the West and bring their deleterious Western sitting habits back with them. But yeah, these are floor cushions. They're meant for sitting on the floor. Up here is Hyundai department store, and this is one of the very shishi department stores. Very expensive. There you can go and buy your Chanel, your Gucci, your Prada. But most people just go to the top level, which has all the restaurants in it and the cafe. Because most people, even here, can't afford that. It's a very restricted group, shall we say. This is a little temple. This is a little Buddhist temple here. Oh yeah, so here is actually a tailor shop. So so they actually are making garments here. Daegu was the textile capital of Korea for a long time. Most of those textile factories have since closed, unfortunately, but there's still remnants of the textile production industry here. Yes. Question?
No comment. Like Harrods. Just took a little while for it to come through.
What? Oh, the department store. Yes, exactly like Harrods. Yep, precisely. Yeah, Hyundai is exactly like Harrods, actually. So this is actually a performance area. So they've got a stage here, and they've got seating, and they've got sort of an area for dancing and whatnot here. And they will actually hold performances here, hire professional bands and whatnot to come and put on various entertainments for the public. You don't pay for it, you just come and participate. There is a boutique shop, or another tailor or seamstress. Is it? Yeah.
restaurant.
Right. So yeah, more clothing. And of course, they have Tiffany and Hepburn. They have no problem with copyright violations here. How often have we seen a Pandora store that absolutely did not sell Pandora in any way, shape, or form? Yeah, and we even saw a store that basically just outright purloined Disney's style of writing, their trademark style of writing, and even it was a very Disney-like name, and that's downtown here.
One of the young videos.
Oh, is that one in Gyeongju? I thought that one was here in Daegu. Oh, nice. Speaking of which, we will be in Gyeongju next week, and we will absolutely be live streaming our various adventures in and around the city, so stay tuned for that. Unfortunately, on my Walking with the Contessa channel, we can't do live streaming yet because we need a certain number of subscribers, which we haven't hit since it's a brand new channel. But yeah. If you like taking walks around the world, then please go check out Walking with the Contessa. Another nail shop. Yeah. Again, so many nail shops. A more conservative place. An even more conservative clothing place. Shoes, more shoes. Oh yeah, this is a fortune teller. I'm pretty certain. You want to? Yeah, it's a choice. They've got some nice art in there, though. They've got some embroidery. Yeah. Although Kyung-hee told me that style of embroidery is from China, and she said so in a very denigrating tone.
We won't show any more pharmacies.
Yeah, I think you've gotten the plus. I guess you can also get insect or pesticides at the pharmacy. That might be a conflict of potential danger. Something to help people, something to kill bugs, also from the same place. Where were you going for food?
I don't think it's here. Let's just show them the middle and in there.
Okay. Well, I did say we would maybe go up to the surface after we were done down here. Yeah, we might as well keep it going. Yeah. Okay. Nope. So I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can exit through the center. Okay, well, we're done with the underground. Oh, here is another skincare store. So this is Innisfree is supposedly a more natural one. At least they like to make you feel that by having wooden shelving and everything having green. Yeah, which doesn't necessarily mean their products are actually natural. Oh, that's right. There's a whole nother level above us. Okay. Oh, yeah, but I think we should go out, maybe, into the city.
It should the exit, too.
You think so, huh?
This is ground level, right?
No. Ground level is one more level above this. Okay, we're going up. Okay. Dear viewer, we're going up, and eventually we are going out. Okay. This is the parking garage level and restaurants. Parking garage and stuff. Okay, so I'd always wondered where all the restaurants were. They're up here. I've been coming in and out of Daegu for 11 years, and I've never been to this spot. So we're now exploring something together. So cafes are very popular. Yeah, I can tell. I always wondered where all the eateries were, the sit-down eateries. So this is bibimbap with egg. And that's the cold style of bibimbap, not the hot style. Soups in Korea come boiling like that, so beware. They come in stone pots. They're wonderful, but there's actually an increased incidence of stomach cancer in Korea. And one of the theories, it's because of the insanely hot soups. Yeah. This is tonkatsu, which is an import from Japan. Japanese curry, which is an import from Japan. I wanted to show them barley rice. Here. This is boribap. This is the barley bibimbap I was talking about. You can actually see that it is in fact cooked barley. Yep. Love Korean soup though. Korean soup is so good. Yeah. And you know, 5,000 won, that's like $4 or less, actually. Yeah, for boribap. Yeah, barley bibimbap, basically. So that seems to be a specialty in this part of Daegu, I guess. So you can always tell that certain cities have certain specialties and certain neighborhoods have certain specialties. And so what I'm picking up is that barley rice, barley bibimbap is the thing here. Now, of course, everyone, yeah, so KBS2 TV. So what that means is at some point KBS is Korean Broadcasting Service, and they came here and did a show here at some point, and every shop wants to be on a show at some point.
We can show their little stage area too, real quick.
Ah, it's okay.
No. Oh, an arcade.
Right. These arcades, which are self-service, I swear they must absolutely just be money laundering. There's so many of them. Oh wow, that is scary looking in there. You want to just pop in just for a moment and show it. This actual arcades, of course, are coming back into fashion. They are loud and annoying, but they're cash operations for the most part, which makes them really good for money laundering, in my opinion. But you know, you can't really ask Koreans about that sort of thing. They generally won't give you a straight answer because they don't like to talk about uncomfortable truths. Yeah. Just make sure you're getting pictures of the food as we walk by. That's what people want to see. They want to see the food. Yeah. Is anyone hungry? Do any of these dishes in particular look good? I myself am a bibimbap person. That's galbitang, which is beef rib soup. I also love galbitang. Super tasty. Oh, go it by the. I don't think. I think we'll have to exit by going some other way. Yeah, possibly. So this is stone pop bibimbap. Okay, so you see how that egg is raw? That's because the thing in which it's being served is a stone pop, and it's put right over giant flames and heated with the rice in it. And then the toppings are put on, the egg is cracked on, it's served at the table so hot that it will give you third-degree burns, and then you stir it all together and the egg cooks as you stir it on the rice. So this place also has kimbap, which is of course Korea's answer to maki, sort of a more interesting, varied version of maki than you get in Japan. Difference is the Korean version doesn't have raw fish, and it's seasoned with toasted sesame oil. Yep. Okay. Down we go. Oh, 감사합니다. Okay.
There's next over here someplace.
Yep, there is. All right. Olive Young is another skincare store. Chinese tourists come to Olive Young when they come to Korea, and they leave with giant tote bags of product. Okay. And back to to this Paris baguette. Right, yeah. So we're now going to attempt to escape the underground. It can be, if you get into the wrong spot, it can feel like you're walking circles. We're not lost. I know where we are. Nice, more relaxed get a sweep of the clothes in this. I actually like the clothes in here. I especially like the skirt and the peasanty top on the cute. Yeah, I really like those. They're really nice. Yeah, I do like the clothes in here. It's just a question of whether they're made of natural fibers or not. Okay. Past the wall of diabetes. And up we go. My poor cameraman pulled his back out 2 days ago. He's doing much better. He can actually walk today, so that's progress. With only occasional tears, as he says. Okay, so welcome to Topside Korea. We are now in Daegu, and this is what is referred to affectionately as 감사합니다. This is what is referred to affectionately as downtown. If you're in Daegu and they say downtown, this is what they mean. Because of course, for a long time, this was actually sort of the old, dilapidated, poor part of town, and so they built all of these grand and expensive apartment complexes outside. But over time, this has been redeveloped into a very fashionable, trendy hotspot with cafes and restaurants and shops and all kinds of activities. And they're also, built pedestrian areas and parks like this with lovely seating, plenty of room, plenty of comfort. They beautified it. And so now they're tearing down the old dilapidated neighborhoods and building these massive skyscrapers, also apartment complexes right here in downtown Daegu. So now people are coming back into the city, out in the trend.
Exercising.
Who is exercising? Oh, the question was, how did my cameraman pull his back out? Yeah, he did. He was doing Bulgarian deadlifts and Romanian, sorry, wrong neighbor, wrong former member of the Ottoman Empire. Romanian deadlifts. So we are actually in the sushi district, interesting, and the Japanese restaurant district. So remember I said in Korea, restaurants tend to come clustered together. You can tell there's a blend of much older architecture down here combined with brand new.
Look at that, the Korean language center.
Where am I looking? Oh, right. To look that up, Korean Language Center.
Maybe I can finally learn Korean.
Yeah. Let's go. Sijang, the traditional market. So there's a lot of traditional things still available down here. And you're about to walk through one of the not redeveloped parts. So after the Korean War, Daegu was actually, most of Korea was not in particularly good shape, but Daegu wasn't as bad as other parts because the mountains protected it from a lot of destruction. Unfortunately, they still tore down a lot of the old hanok and built crappy post-Korean War era buildings everywhere, sadly. But oh, we can smell, you can smell the toasted rice and the toasted sesame. Oh, it smells so good. So here's a place where you can come in Daegu for banchan, for different kinds of grains that have been toasted, and they're actually toasting them here. Oh, it smells so good, right? And a lot of these nuts and grains are used in traditional Korean culture. Yeah, so you can actually see over there the toasting machine, and that's a vintage toasting machine. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Gochu? Oh, well, so we don't need this part. So a lot of these grains and nuts are used in fermentation. They're also used in kimchi, believe it or not. Oh, here's another workshop. They're actually doing quilting here, I think. Or no, maybe not. No, they're not quilting. I can't actually tell what they're doing. They're painting or drawing something. That's pretty neat, though. Nice little workshop. They built this hanok like.
Susan, we only got half of her comment. Looks like she's cursing me.
Apparently, Susan, only half of your comment came through. So it looks like you're cursing the cameraman. Traditional market style restaurant. Yep. Samsung Shikdang. Yeah, okay. Samsung is Samsung, as we would say in English. It used to be that everyone liked to name their shop Samsung something other, right? So up here we're coming on the festival, traditional festival food sector. So all of these platters are, laid out for specific kinds of ancestral rites, for traditional weddings, for first year, for 100 day and first year birthday celebrations. And they are.
She sneezed.
Oh, Gesundheit, Susan. You can see they're absolutely beautiful. And there's 2 times a year, 3 times a year, usually for ancestral rites. And when offerings like this would be laid out or parties would be held where food like this would be served, you have Solal, which is Lunar New Year celebration in Korea. You have Chuseok, which is the festival of Thanksgiving, Korean festival of Thanksgiving, and then there's the death anniversary of your loved ones when you do offerings. And of course, they come in beautiful wrapping cloths, which are called bodagi, because you don't just present something unwrapped. Yeah, and the really expensive ones come in beautiful chests. That is a beautiful chest. Oh yeah, you're right. It's got the wedding duck, the wedding geese. So these are also for traditional Korean style weddings. Vases all wrapped up with their contents.
I almost just want to buy some.
Yeah. Oh, these are really pretty.
Come on, camera.
I really love the bodagi, the wrapping cloths. So beautiful. I actually know how to do this. I know the technique for making it look like this. It's not as hard as it looks. Yeah, absolutely. So we are now, Daegu is known especially for its traditional Oriental medicine. And we are in the Oriental Medicine District, basically. Oh, we can continue through the market on this side. Sorry, I thought I misunderstood what you meant.
It's the other side of the
Okay. Oh. They actually don't see many people in Hanbok here in Daegu. That's more Seoul where you see that. So what's funny is the Koreans love it when they see me in Hanbok, but they don't wear it themselves. So, right. So fish market. So we're in a, very traditional old school style market. It used to be that you could buy some of the best gochujang in the city here. Here we have different kinds of kimchi. Oh, maybe we should come back and buy a bottle. That looks like some good mul kimchi. And the mustard radish. So this is what's called mul kimchi. Right. This is what is called mul kimchi, which means water kimchi, but it's called that because it doesn't have gochu powder in it.
More original.
Yeah, this is more original. Gochu only made it to Korea in the 18th century. We have radish, kimchi. Well, there's 2 different kinds of radish. We've got the smaller radish, which I like better, and then the daikon radish, which I do still like. This is perilla leaf. This is pepper kimchi, actually. Those little special green peppers that aren't as spicy, actually. These are different kinds of bantan or flavor givers. Yeah, that's lotus root, which has been lightly candied. And then these different kinds of fish are actually used for adding flavor to food. So you kind of have one fish and then a bite of the food, right? Yeah. These are traditional. These are delicious. These are white and black sesame cookies, very lightly sweet, just sweet enough. This is the same thing, but with different kinds of nuts and whatnot and seeds. So, back when we saw all of those seeds in those baskets, in part that was for making things like this. Yeah, I actually really like traditional Korean cookies and crackers. I think they're delicious. And the really traditional ones are made with dochong, which is fermented brown rice syrup, which is one of the best sweeteners I've ever encountered. It's actually good for you. And it's from a natural byproduct of rice fermentation. So These are also traditional Korean style steamed cakes, steamed rice cakes. So they're chewy and they have a nice texture, not very sweet either. Traditional ones. Ooh, fried foods. Who doesn't love fried foods? So in Korea, at a food stall like this, you see how those sticks are marked with color? So you actually stand here. This is a standing bar. You stand here and then you eat and you keep your sticks in your hand and the color on the stick tells you how much you owe. Oh, 감사합니다. Right? So yeah, the colors on the sticks actually tell you how much you have eaten and then at the end, you just pay. Oh, spiral, yeah, tornado potatoes, yeah. More traditional Korean crackers and cookies. Oh, jujubes. These are jujubes, red dates. If you ever have had the candy jujube, they're somehow loosely based on this. It's generally mixed into other things here in Korea or made into a tea or put in some of those cookies and those steamed rice cakes. This inside of this is actually fern bracken that's been dried. And that gets rehydrated and then mixed with sesame oil and salt for flavor. Dried shiitake mushrooms, very, very common. We have a bag about that size at home, actually. It's a very convenient way to store your shiitake for future dish use. You can see I can really smell traditional, that tea, sanghwa tea. That smells like sanghwa tea, right? Yeah. So sanghwa tea is a traditional Korean root tea that's very common. And it has, I forget the name of the root in it, a very fragrant nut. Root. Oh, like clove cigarettes? No. Oh, right. Okay. There's the Hyundai department store from above. Sure. Back alleys can be fun though too. So here we have a super overpriced children's clothing store. This is where the fashionable set come and spend ridiculous amounts of money on clothes their children will wear for a month. And since your average rich family in Korea is only having one child, it's not getting passed down to anyone. Oh, it's a street fair. Nice. We lucked out. Awesome. Fantastic. Yeah, I am. Okay, so this is also the traditional medicine aisle or street neighborhood. So you've actually got a lot of roots and mushrooms and fungi and other things that I don't even vaguely recognize that you might mistake for being firewood, but it's not. Oh, over here we have that those bricks. Yeah, those bricks. That is here. I'll try some. We'll get some. These are mugwort. These are mugwort rice cakes, and they're dipped in soybean powder, which is actually lightly sweet. Super tasty. Yeah.
Crowded.
It is. So this is apparently a traditional food market today.
Sorry, I had to move out of people's way.
We did. So these bricks over here, I'll try some of the acorn jelly too. They can see them, those bricks. That is acorn jelly. That is made with the starch from acorns. And you have to process acorns quite a lot to get starch that isn't going to kill you. Oh, 감사합니다.
Sell it at Costco here.
Oh, handsome. 맛있네요. Okay. And now, so this is called dotori muk in Korean. It's very yummy. And you dip it in this yummy dipping sauce, which I didn't, but you should. It's kind of like what some of you who've had American Chinese food know as dumpling sauce. Yeah, dotori. Yeah, dotori muk. Dotori is acorn, muk is the jelly. Right. Yeah.
We're in my head.
With salad often. dressed in sesame oil and soy sauce and vinegar. Yeah, I love dotori milk. Laver, as we call it in English, seaweed, dried seaweed. Oh. Yeah, so you can see seaweed is very popular here. They make banchan out of it, the side dishes. They make what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, this is fermenting soybeans. Yeah, this is the base of tenjang, right? Yeah. That is fresh tenjang. So it's fermented soybean paste, and that is used as a primary flavor giver. Damn. Be healthy. Is this Sanghua tea? Sanghua cha? Yeah, it is. This is Sanghua cha. This is the Sanghua tea that we were talking about.
Smelling it.
Yeah, that might be why we were smelling it so intensely. Agree. So yeah, this is definitely a traditional products fair, as it were. Yeah.
허브티, 단방 허브티.
No, 괜찮아. 괜찮아요. She was worried I was going to burn myself. I'm a tea drinker. It's okay.
이게 읽을 수 있어요? 잠보차, 잠을 잘 자게
Yeah,
도와줘요.
tambocha. Ah,
잠을 잘 자게
so it's supposed to help you sleep. Yeah, tambocha. Yeah.
이거는 여보 당신하는 그 여보가 아니고 여성의 몸을 따뜻하게 보는 여보.
Ah. 여보해.
이거는 눈아이.
Mhm.
눈에 좋은 차.
Ah, right.
아이 좋아 차.
Yeah. So all these teas are supposed to help different parts of you. So that's supposed to make you pretty. That's supposed to help you sleep, and then the other one is supposed to help with your eyes. 감사합니다. This is ginseng. Yeah. Yeah. Oof, those are really beautiful. I do love boxes like those. Yeah, this is the red ginseng stall. Okay. Or not. Or not.
뜨겁습니다.
Yeah. This smells like dotori. Or no, toraji. Sorry, toraji. I think you would like this. Yeah, blow on it, handsome. It's too hot. 감사합니다. 맛있네요. Yep, it tastes medicinal. I feel myself getting healthier as I sip. I don't know either, but it's I think it's a fungus. Maybe Sanghwang Nongbu. Yeah. So yeah, as the organic label. Yep.
감사합니다. 네.
Oh yeah.
Smells good.
Tastes super medicinal. Mine does.
You smell this?
Oh, that does smell nice. And here is a self-painting stand. So they provide you with canvases already with the line drawings, and then you can come here and paint and fill it out as you like. Yeah, we're not going to show you the children. We try not to include children in our footage as much as possible. Sometimes we get some free radicals, and we can't help that. Ooh, nice. Some really pretty glassware, yeah.
Oh, I love these.
Ooh, those teacups are super pretty. They are. Irinjo. They're really pretty, yeah.
I would drink wine out of those.
I do like a fancy teacup set myself. For certain.
Look, there's a ball pit back.
Oh wow, they've set up I like ball pits, but those aren't deep enough for me. They need to Oh, yeah, they've got a whole. Was this the? No, this was not. No. This I was thinking of the. Right, I was thinking of the mother of pearl The Tage furniture store? Right, yeah. I have no idea what that is. Ooh, strange little fat mushrooms. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, this is super pretty. Smells really nice too. Yeah, these are the kinds of things they just set up here in Korea to beautify a space. I really love it. And we came. Oh, today's Parents' Day. It's a holiday. That's why there's a fair. Yeah. This is a Parents' Day fair, right? Look, amaryllis. So kumquat trees? No, I don't know what those are. They probably don't want me picking their kumquats, the public kumquats anyway. Traditional Chinese medicine shops?
You remember the throw the stick down?
Yes. Oh, nice. Make sure we get sweeps of the things on the side here. Not certain what that is. Usul. Usul. I mean, I can read it, but I don't know what that word means. Shoe repair shop. Good to know there's a shoe repair shop here. We should keep that in mind. Yeah. We are big proponent. I'm a big proponent of repairing your shoes rather than just throwing them away and getting new ones. Oh, right. So these are traditional Korean games, actually. That's a giant fortune-telling game. Over here, you actually have to use one of those squares to flip another square, and I suck at that so much. And then here is basically Korean hacky sack. And you literally have to keep these things in the air for as long as possible. It's not easy. Here's Tuho. I tend to be really good at Tuho. I'll play Tuho. I will play some Tuho. I tend to be good at it. Where's the... Oh, like, are we supposed to throw from back here? Is that what this means? It's pretty far. Yeah, where's the starting point? Wow, so close. I tend to be not bad at Tuho. Nope. I used to be really good at Tuho. I might be standing too far away, actually. Here is a souvenir shop, which is kind of a strange thing to actually have in Daegu because I didn't think we got enough travelers to have a souvenir shop, but I guess we do. Actually, I think there's a lot of Koreans who come here for the Oriental medicine stuff. Well, I was looking up there. Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's a souvenir up there.
But I think they call themselves the medical capital of Korea, and it kind of is. Ooh, this is new. This whole thing is new. Art space. Ian Sung. This is the First Presbyterian Church of Daegu.
Traditional.
Oh, yeah, the Oriental Medicine Museum.
No, the people on the stage.
Oh, the people on the stage. Oh, yeah, I wonder if they're about to... Oh, they're wearing doctor's clothing. So the ladies, we can go... This, right? Yeah, go through the gate of longevity. Right. So Daegu is known as the traditional medicine capital of Korea, the Oriental medicine capital of Korea, and the ladies up there are actually wearing female doctor's clothing from the Joseon era. That is how the women used to dress in that era, and that is how they are dressed, interestingly. Yeah, we had no idea this festival was happening down here at all. Oh, and those are supposed to be medicine packets in the different colors. The holy colors, traditional colors. Red, white, green, and red, white, blue, and yellow. Yep. Yeah.
You want to keep going?
I just wanted to go over to this nice little traditional area. Yeah. This is all new, actually, this over here. Yeah. So what they've done in this part, this is the historic part, is they've covered spaces that aren't necessarily historic with really nice murals depicting what things looked like here before. And this is depicting, these are doctors in the Joseon era. This is how they dressed, how their servants dressed, right, preparing medicines in the traditional way. And then of course, oh, absolutely.
YouTuber?
Hmm?
Are you a YouTuber?
I am, yes.
Really?
Yes,
Where are
really.
you from?
Well, we from the United States originally. Yeah.
Oh, we came from Taiwan.
Oh wow, we love Taiwan.
Oh,
Yeah,
have you been
we
there?
were in Keelung.
Oh, Jiro.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
Jiro.
we
It's
yeah.
so romantic.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
always raining here.
Yep.
It's true, it's true. Mắt tiếng Oh, so lovely. Yay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I help you find your
Yes.
YouTube?
Yeah,
or
yeah, absolutely.
Instagram?
I'm on brilliant. Absolutely, please do. And I will follow you back.
No, I not bother you guys.
No, not in the least. Well, hell, I suck at some travels with the creative. Hold on a minute. There I am.
Oh.
And I'm also on YouTube and
Okay.
TikTok.
I will hashtag you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Have a nice day.
Enjoy Korea. Bye. Sorry about that. Anyway, they've built this beautiful space down here with this lovely water feature, and this is actually a barefoot path all around this. You're actually your feet and put your shoes. Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, are there any questions before we part ways with the live stream today? Thank you all for joining me, whoever is still there. We appreciate you very much. We hope you've enjoyed this look at very specific aspects of Korea, and stay tuned for more live stream adventures where we explore things together, and for more walking videos on the Walking with the Contessa channel. Any other comments? We just have the last little bit. Okay, everyone. Well, until next time, may your travels be unexpected like ours were today, and creative. Bye, everyone.